to the assignment that I gave in the previous video. Let's just jump straight into it. You can check out the video if you don't know what the assignment was. It was basically you need to create a file with Python, then append a bunch of stuff to it, and then read it, whatever. So let's just start. So first off, we need to actually make a function to make the file. So define make underscore file, and we're just going to take an input called file name is input, enter the file name. We do that once we have the file name. And real quick, there's another way to do this. Instead of going here, you can actually pass in the file name as an argument to the function, but I don't generally like to do that because then the function gets a bit messy from the user end, because you just want to run the file, you just want to run the program, it asks for the name, you give it to it, you don't want to jump in the code, right? So I don't like to do it this way. And just do that. And now with file with open file name, and we want to open it in the create mode as f. And now here you can also ask for the text or user bio, so you can just do bio, bio input, enter the bio, boom, as f. We can just do f dot write bio. So this is us making a function and making the file. Now we want to call a function called append underscore and underscore get, append and get, and we'll pass in the file name here. Now we will just define this function. So define, I'll just copy this, it takes in the file name, and you might be saying, well, you don't like the file name here, why are you passing it here? Because when we're calling a second function from inside of a function, we don't want the user to be repetitive, right? We don't want to ask for the file name once again because we already have it right over here. So in this case, we can just pass it in if we want a seamless user experience, and that is the most efficient way to do it. But still, it depends. If you want to ask for it again, but I would not recommend that you do that. So now we have this, we can just do with open file name, it will be read and plus or rw. Let me just check real quick. You can do rw file in Python. You can just go here, different modes. There is a way that we can do the reading and appending. Let me just check. I think it was this article that I read. Yup, this should be it. So nope, it's not this one. Let me just find it real quick because it was really handy. All file modes in Python. So you can just search for things like this because that is a step of debugging. See, right? Both reading and writing mode. Yep, we want to do that. Instead of RW, it will be R plus in read and write mode. And why do we want to do that? Because we don't want to create another function to get the hold up. So the reason we're doing it like this is because we don't want to create another function to append and then another one to read from the file, since we can do them all in one. The reason we made this function is because the X mode, which is actually to create the file, that is the only way you can create a file is with the X. You cannot pass in any more parameters. It only takes write, you cannot append. So as F, we just want to do first, we will append to the end of the file. So F dot append, and we want to append firstly a new line, and then dash dash, this is a file made with Python. So we'll just append that, and now we will read all of the lines from our file. So F dot read lines, and this will just returns us a list. So we'll just do lines is F dot read lines, and now for I in lines, we want to print the index of I. So here you can do how to get index of element in list. And if you're wondering how I am getting these little boxes, it is a Chrome extension called grepper, and it is very efficient for me to use. I'll leave a link in the description of grepper. It basically takes the most viewed and most correct answer out of all of these websites and then displays it nicely in a little box here. And it's open sourced, and users can submit whatever they want. So instead I would have to go here, wait for it to load, look at this, so all of this. Instead it just gives me answer in a neat little black box. I really like that. So I want to print the string version of that, of lines dot index of I, and then we want the what do we want? We want the actual line, right? Line. Oh no, this is not. Yeah, sorry. I just looked at the question once again, and the question was we need to get the third line and then print all the words inside of that. So once again, you can do how to get line from file in Python. And there you go. Read file line per line. How to get a specific line. Boom, you can just search, and don't think I'm cheating because this is part of debugging, so this is allowed. It's not like I'm cheating on my own assignment. You can do this as well. So here it basically says this is our test file, and he's opened it. Okay, lines to read 0, 2, so 0 and 2, because in computers we always start at the 0th index as the first element. If position in 3, okay, enumerate a file. We can do that, but you know what, I'll just switch back to here, dot read lines. Let me just see. So read lines, and we can do our, so third line is lines at the index of 2. So now we're getting the third line. For I in third line, we can just replace it with that, and gonna print I. Okay, now let's run that. Exit python main.py, and I don't think it's gonna run to the first go. First we also need to call the make file function here. Alright, save that, python main.py, enter the file name. So my awesome file.txt. My awesome file.txt, enter. Name my awesome file is not defined. Okay. File name is input. Okay. If we wrap it in a string tag, let's see what happens. Test.txt. Okay, so it's removing the .txt, which is weird for some reason. So debugging, you always want to print, right? Print file name. Whenever you're debugging, just look at the line where it's giving you the error and just add a print statement right after that. So test.txt. Okay, so it looks like it's never actually reaching to the print, so it's getting stuck right over here, file name. And if we don't do the .txt, then what happens? Test. Oh, I think I know why. Python dash version. Yep, that's why. Alias Python is Python 3.9. So this should not be an error for you because your machine should by default be using the latest version of Python. I just upgraded my older MacBook Air for a new MacBook Air M1, so that is why it's giving me this error. Since I haven't fully configured it for Python yet, I was busy with React and React Native stuff. I haven't got the time to make any extra projects in Python. That is why. So now this should work. If we save that, python main.py. What is this? Okay, enter file name, test.txt. Boom, it's working. Okay. Now we're just gonna get some lorem ipsum, which is dummy text. Paste in that. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. So the reason this is giving me this error is because, as you can see here, this lorem ipsum has a new line character, and whenever I'm pasting a new line character into my Python script, so right here, enter the bio. After this was a new line character, so it hit enter, and then it just pasted all of this in. And since this is not a module or function or command, it is giving me an error. Okay, so your bio, you would be writing it in, you're writing it in the terminal itself and not just copying out of the internet. But we can just do this, and yeah, leave it like that. Okay, so you don't have to do this. I mean, the part of the assignment is that you need to make use of this function. So now that we have done that, we have basically done our entire makefile function, and so now we need to just work on the append and get, make sure that is working. So I'll just copy this, paste that in, and file name. So let's just remove this out of here, paste in file name is equal to test.txt. Now we just want to work on the append and get function, right? Nope. Python main.py. Okay. It has no attribute append. RA, or was it A plus? Let me see. A plus. We cannot find append. What if it just open it in append mode? Oh, R plus. So this is another error. Object has no attribute append. Let's see why we're getting this error. Okay. Dot append is that okay, we don't want to look at that. Append. How old is this? Yep, 5 years ago. We don't want to look at that. We want something new. 2018. Yep, that should do. Print this. Close. Right code is this. Start write. Writing in a pen. Oh, okay. N is line list. Okay, so this is a different error. So this is a file made with Python that has been appended to the end. So right now our file is working till here, or maybe here or here or here, we don't know. So now let's debug this. So what I'm thinking is it's not working after this line. So you can just do print third line. Save that. Boom. Run that once again. So it is getting the third line successfully. And boom. Right. Num cow 1 2 3. Yep, that is the third line. Alright. So the error is in these two lines. We've debugged that. So if I just comment this line out, and if I do print I, oh, it's printing individual fees. We just want to make it into a list. So now, how to make a string into a list in Python. Convert string to a list. Okay. Delimiter. We want to split it on the delimiter. Or is it? Okay. Example 1. So this is what we are looking for. So third line dot split. Third line dot split. Make that line copy that, paste that in here, there as well. Now, okay. Very nice. So now we're getting the individual words, right? We have done that successfully. We just get rid of that. Boom. Print. Now if we go over here, this is where we're getting the error. Num1 is not in the list. Watch. Print this and this. So let's see how can we fix this error. Value error, this is not on the list. Well, print the line, go over here, this, print line at 0, and we want to get the type of that, and then we'll print the type of I, because sometimes with Python you get these weird little errors where the types don't match up. So this is not the case because they both are of the class of string, right? So we have narrowed it down, not that much, but we know it's not a type error. Lines, oh, it's not a line, it needs to be a line. Yep. Simple fix. Okay, and there we go. So 0 this, then I think just get rid of this thing here and this here, and now it should work successfully. Yep. 0 this, 1 this, 1 this, 1 this, 1 this. And so that is the assignment complete with me and free debugging advice. How do you debug this? How do you debug that? So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button, and if you're new and haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel, keep using more videos like this one, and also book reviews. No, book reviews is on my other channel. I'm just used to saying that. If you want to keep receiving videos like this one, and also maybe kind of projects. The reason I'm not uploading projects anymore is because I don't have that much time. I'm always working on school stuff, project, other things. Then I've got the crash course videos to make. So projects are not really a priority, and also I'm not just doing personal projects anymore. I'm doing them for clients, and so that is classified data which I cannot show on the internet. You know, I've got clients from Upwork, freelancer, etc., and most of the time I'm working on their projects, and if I'm not, I'm just learning. So not that much personal projects going on. That's why I have not been uploading projects. So anyways, thanks for watching, everyone. I'll catch you in the next episode of the Python Crash Course 2.0 coming out next week. And next week we'll start with a new topic, and that topic is going to be, I think I'll do regular expressions. So thanks for watching.